Hey guys, hope you had an amazing weekend. So the crypto market consolidating, we see Bitcoin and Ethereum holding the key levels and some alts pumping. My name is Mike Denkler from CorionX and we are bringing you the most important crypto news, technical analysis, altcoin, NFT, DeFi gems to keep you educated and updated about the evolution of money and the evolution of the internet, because everything's about here is crypto. We are talking crypto. So guys, smash those like, push the bell notification, or subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Smashing those like is helping out the YouTube algorithm, and be sure to go and check out and also subscribe to our channel. Just go here and yes, and let's see, come here, push a like and smash those like, and also subscribe and push the bell notification all. So that's important, because if the notification all, then you will be okay. So guys, let's go and check out our first news of today. That as we see, the market is some coins are correcting, but Ton, Ape and GMX are in plus, and also Ethereum. Bitcoin is up 1%, so and holding strongly about 17,000 US$. So the market overall looks pretty good in consolidation, but on Wednesday we will have a Fed rate hike, and that can bring some volatility. Our favorite indicator, the crypto fear and green index, it's showing that we are at 26, still in the fear zone. Not too much happening here, so investors are still in fear. And let's check our first news. BlackRock says get ready for a recession unlike any other, and what worked in the past won't work for now. The global economy has entered a period of elevated volatility, and previous investing approaches won't work anymore. So learn how to short. This is also one of the options. A recession is imminent, but central banks won't be able to support markets this time by loosening policy, according to the manager. Recession is foretold as central banks race to try to tame inflation. It's the opposite of the past recession, BlackRock strategist said. Regime of greater macro volatility. What worked in the past won't work now, the strategist said. The old playbook of simple buying, the dip doesn't apply in this regime of sharper trade-offs and greater macro volatility. So we can expect the lower downtrend and also sharper downtrend, and also some spikes. We don't see a return to conditions that will sustain a joint bull market in stocks and bonds of the kind we experienced in the prior decade. We don't think equities are fully priced for recession, still they added. Corporate earnings expectations have yet to fully reflect the recession. So guys, yes, we have to prepare, then prices, asset prices can go lower. Next, but gold is up. Bitcoin bulls protect 17,000 as trader eyes key China BTC price catalyst. China offers a potential leading indicator for Bitcoin price strength. So China, there is the zero COVID tolerance just has been ended, and that was a good news, because production and everything that it's connected can be just back. So CPI print will make Fed slow down. Okay, so the CPI is the consumer price index. My personal expectations are that we will be seeing CPI come in at 7.2%, core CPI at almost 6, around 6, and that we will have a big impact on the markets again, according to Michael van den Poppe. FOMC the pause and slow down after this event, he predicts. US peak inflation, weaker USD, China reopening are making some great investing opportunities. China real estate ETF cheer up staggering 80% since November. Unbelievable. China gets Bitcoin bulls excited. Continuing on China, crypto analyst on Trader Tech Dev outlined a potential leading indicator for Bitcoin strength in the form of China 10-year bond yields versus the US dollar DXY. Few signals have correlated with Bitcoin's macro inflection as tightly as China's 10-year yield. Local tops and major BTC impulse tops, local Chinese yuan downtrend breaking with 3-week RSI exceeding 50 began each of Bitcoin's last 3 largest move. So this is the Chinese 10-year bonds, and when broke and also Bitcoin RSI just crossed 50, that was the same time that Bitcoin started its rally. So nice viewpoint. Next, Bitcoin price liquidation risk increases as BTC struggles to reclaim 18,000. I don't see a huge struggle here, but yeah, so DXY, a measure of the dollar strength against a basket of top foreign currencies. Yeah, so it's correcting BTC good study case. First late shorts got taken out on the push, then late longs on the flush, then longs again, and the PPI number short. Yeah. The SEC's Division of Corporation Finance said that the recent crisis in the crypto asset industry has caused widespread disruption, and the US companies might have disclosed obligations under federal securities laws to disclose whether these events could impact their business. Bitcoin margin longs faced a drastic increase. Okay, so margin longs started to increase. Future contracts, the balance between margin longs and shorts isn't always matched. Okay, this is the stablecoin BTC margin lending ratio on OKX. Okay, option traders remain risk aware. The indicator compares similar call, buy and put sell options and will turn positive when fear is prevalent because the protective put options premium is higher than risk call option. Skew metric will move about 10% if traders fear a Bitcoin price crash. On the other hand, generalized excitement reflects a negative 10% skew. So it should go about 25%. Cool, and let's go. And as you see, Sam Bankman-Fried its parents no longer on the Stanford. Cool. Next piece of news is Bloomberg strategist expects crypto market to come out ahead in 2023. What else do we have? So the Bloomberg Galaxy Crypto Index is still up about 200% since the end of 2018. Gold up 20 to 60%, and yeah. Okay, the question is how much worse things can get for the space. Overdue to cleansy speculative excesses. Our bias is risk versus reward, with the BGCI titled toward resuming its propensity to outperform. Okay. Something has to reverse the demand side of the equation, or by the rules of economics, the price should rise over time. A significant dip within an elongated trend is how we expect history to view in 2022. Okay, so the most aggressive Fed tightening in 40 years is a good reason for the macroeconomic ebbing tide, but 2023 may be about which assets came out ahead as central banks pivot. If they don't flip to easing, the world was tilted more deeply into recession with repercussion for all risk assets. Our base case is for an elongated deflationary period with the crypto market as measures to Bloomberg Galaxy Index coming out ahead. Cryptos have already backed up 80% and just don't want to get too bearish when a thing is down 80%. Think we are in the final stages of this bear market for cryptos, but it's not going to be easy. Typically markets don't just make a V bottom, they have to make it as difficult as possible, and the things I have learned trading in markets, especially bear markets, is they will make you lose your hair. They will take money from everybody, and then they have to be volatile and difficult. That's the key thing. Remember, this is not a crypto winter, this is an everything winter. Expect for one asset class. Those are commodities. Commodities have to go down. If they don't, the Fed is going to keep tightening until they do. And so that's, to me, the way I look at it. Next piece of news is Bitcoin evangelist Michael Saylor says clear crypto regulation would speed in institutional adoption. Okay, so it would actually be a positive catalyst for Bitcoin. Additional regulatory clarity from the Biden administration is going to benefit Bitcoin and accelerate institutional adoptions of an assets. Also, Michael Saylor said this week that everything is security, even Ethereum. So we can argue with this, but I don't think that this is supportive for the industry, what he said about Ethereum, because Ethereum is a really important part of our smart contracts and crypto protocols. Elon Musk, recession will be greatly amplified if the Fed raises rate next. Okay. He added that things will probably start looking better in the second quarter of 2024. Just a rough guess, but things probably start looking better in Q2 2024. It makes sense to moderate the pace of our rate increases as we approach the level of resistance that will be sufficient to bring inflation down. So this is the speculation that just 50 basis point rate hikes will happen this week. He explained in the tweet last week, the risk is the current recession gets worse, causing the Fed to pivot too soon, as it mistakenly believes inflation will decline. Next piece of news is Bitcoin could drop to 5,000 US dollar in 2023. Surprise, Standard Chartered. So Standard Chartered is a bank, and as the bursting of the crypto bubble has ramifications throughout 2023. Yields plunge along with technology shares, and while the Bitcoin is decelerates, the damage has been done. Okay. Okay, non-zero chance of happening that are currently no part of market consensus. Gold could soar by 30%. The previous metal has the precious metal has received a little love in 2023, falling 20% from its high. Is macro Bitcoin follows broader tech decline as Nasdaq, and perhaps echoing the contraction in the digital assets sector, next generation technology companies see a surge in bankruptcies in 2023. So they are not positive, but this is how it is. Next, billionaire Tim Draper says Bitcoin will make El Salvador one of the richest nations on earth. There is only 1 or 2 countries in the world who have started to do that. They are going to go from the poorest to probably some of the wealthiest countries in the world over the next 40 years because they have done it. El Salvador and Central African Republic, and then Malta, of course, is going to benefit big. Switzerland is benefiting big because they are making Bitcoin as part of their economy. This is kind of an interesting statistic. Women control 80% of retail spending, and until recently about 1 in 16 Bitcoin wallets was owned by a woman. Now it's more like 1 in 8. At retail, when the retailer can easily accept Bitcoin, which they kind of can now with OpenNode, they are going to realize that they can bring another 2% right to their bottom line, as they are going to encourage their customers to buy with Bitcoin. Yes, so they can just spare the credit card and bank card fees. At the moment, I can buy food, buy clothing and my shelter all in Bitcoin. Why do I need a political currency? Why would I want a fiat currency? I would just hold on to Bitcoin. I would say sell all my fiat currencies. I think there will be a moment where there is a kind of run of fiat currencies where it is like we get out of this. So get out of this, get out of fiat. Next piece of news is a year after Taproot, Bitcoin community works to unlock its DeFi potential. So guys, that will be huge because Taproot are smart contracts on Bitcoin. The recent implosions of centralized entities like FTX will only serve to keep pushing forward interest in truly decentralized finance, where transactions are secured algorithmically at the consensus level and users don't have to trust third-party custodians to do the right things with their coins. And given its history of pioneering decentralized trust, Bitcoin is the most logical place for people to conduct DeFi transactions. So that will be huge, having DeFi on Bitcoin. Next piece of news is Sam Bankman-Fried didn't like decentralized Bitcoin, ARK Invest CEO Cathie Wood said. No wonder Sam Bankman-Fried didn't like Bitcoin. It's transparent and decentralized. He couldn't control it. The FTX and other cases like Celsius and Alameda suggest that decentralization and transparency are paramount as antidotes to the gross mismanagement that can be associated with centralized intermediaries, especially fraudulent ones. Okay, so Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. Bankman-Fried has few aliases in Bitcoin. This is just the tip of the iceberg. How many other journalists, academics, money managers, politicians, charities, influencers, and lobbyists did he corrupt or co-opt? Sam used stolen and counterfeit money to corrupt the establishment and undermine Bitcoin, said Michael Saylor. Yeah, so guys, Bitcoin is Bitcoin and you can trust in Bitcoin, but you cannot trust in a centralized entity and a corrupt people. ARK Invest Cathie Wood predicts FTX implosion will massively boost one crypto sector, and this is DeFi. We do believe DeFi will actually get a boost coming out of this because it's so obvious now decentralized and transparent is the way to go. I think what we are learning because FTX is how much more important fully transparent decentralized networks will be the financial services going forward. FTX Celsius, Free Euro Capital, were all closed networks, opaque systems, you couldn't see what's going on. And what happened as the centralized crypto firms were going down, the people who were on the fully transparent distributed networks were able to get out scot-free. They saw that was what was going on. There were margin calls to those who were over leveraged. But the system worked. It didn't skip a bet. Those other companies went out of the business. Cool. Next piece of news is SBF tried to destabilize crypto markets to save FTX. According to this report, stop trying to depeg stablecoins and stop doing anything. Stop now. Don't cause more damage. It's came from CZ and addressed to Sam Bankman-Fried. Okay, CZ and others in the group worried that traders made by Alameda Research were focusing on depegging the stablecoins, and they caused the USD depeg and they caused the Terra Luna collapse. We have some proofs on my Twitter feed. Ethereum's Shanghai hard fork could happen in March 2023. Ethereum dev says staking withdrawals is the highest priority. So the Shanghai hard fork will be that you will able to withdraw from staking and you will able to withdraw rewards. This is clearly the highest priority for everybody. Cool, I like it. Next piece of news is on-chain analyst Willy Woo says one catalyst will draw high net worth investors to crypto. What's this? After the FTX blew up many things, it's set to industry back many years, but this is contrary to the conversation I've had. Traditional finance capital allocators are seeing an optional to come in now, an opportunity to come in now. They see Bitcoin and crypto is here to stay and it's now being de-risked. Traditional finance in the instance means high net worth investors free from regulatory restrictions on mainstream retail. This is where we are right now for the bulk of traditional finance capital. By the way, obviously a decent chunk of retail is already here. Bitcoin flipped the status quo. If you are wondering why BTC is holding up against so much deleveraging, is the long-term hodlers, the Rick Astley's who ain't giving up their BTC. They are absorbing the SaaS, buying spot and adding to their stacks. So adjusted Bitcoin supply shock, as you see here. and this is because the long-term hodlers are hodling their Bitcoin. Turkey has an obsession with crypto, specifically Dogecoin, according to this study. Let's see. Dogecoin popularity has surpassed that of Ethereum in a significant number of countries, with nearly 2 million more monthly searches worldwide for the coin. So this is Google searches, Doge, BTC, Solana, BNB, amongst others. So Turkish people loving Dogecoin. Okay, most of crypto should be regulated as securities following FTX crash, says IC's CEO. Jeffrey Sprecher believes regulators should impose stricter rules on the crypto industry, while in the majority of coins should be viewed as securities. Exchanges will be separated from the brokers. What does that mean? It means more transparency. It means segregated clients' funds. The role of the broker as a broker-dealer with the overseeing, and exchanges will be separated from the brokers. The settlement and clearing will be separated from the exchanges. CFTC's stance: there are elements of the application that I think have merit, but ultimately we didn't came up with a decision. We were actually not even close because there were more questions. Okay. So the CFTC's CEO viewed Bitcoin and Ether as commodities, meaning they should be subject to the same regulations as oil, natural gas, and precious metal. He changed his mind at the beginning of December, saying only the primary cryptocurrency Bitcoin should classify as commodity and Ethereum as security, according to him. Next piece of news is Binance Bitcoin reserves are fully collateralized, according to the auditing firm. So why is not loading in? Okay, Binance Bitcoin reserves are fully collateralized, according to auditing firms Mazars. Hundreds of different crypto assets, so let's hope this is just a first step. Binance also listed all the wallets that hold customer assets. Blockchain explorers let you obtain the balance of crypto wallets just by looking at the public addresses. So 575,000 bitcoins. So this is a huge number from Bitcoin, from the circulating Bitcoin. Okay. Binance margin and loan products are always over-collateralized and subject to additional risk controls such as auto-liquidation. These products only utilize funds from customers actively using Binance Earn products such as saving whose terms permit it. So it's fully backed. Okay. Binance held enough bitcoins and wrapped bitcoins to cover all users' balances on the exchange. Cool. Next, Crypto.com releases proof of reserves showing about 100% for BTC and Ethereum, and Mazar groups compared the assets held in on-chain addresses proven to be controlled with customers' balances through an auditor oversee live. So BTC reserves, so they are fully backed, and also Shiba. So Crypto.com has lots of Shiba holders. Providing audited proof of reserves is an important step for the entire industry to increase transparency and begin the process of restoring trust. Crypto.com is fully committed to providing customers around the world a safe, secure, and compliant means of engaging with digital currencies. So guys, that was a FUD few weeks ago, maybe 2-3 weeks ago, but Crypto.com is fine. Next, Coinbase asks users to switch USDT for USDC. Okay, the events of the past few weeks have put some stablecoins to the test, and we have seen a flight to safety. Coinbase said in blog post, we believe that USDC is a trusted and reputable stablecoin. Coinbase is a co-founder of the USDC in Circle. On-chain data shows that USDT is the third most widely traded digital asset on Coinbase, representing 5% of the volume on the exchanges. Okay. And they are bashing USDT because this lawsuit and other things, and also they are bashing Binance, but yeah, so they wanna people using their stablecoin USDC. Next piece of news is Starbucks launches beta of Web3 Odyssey loyalty program. The test of the experimental program combines customer loyalty rewards with NFT collecting and other gamified elements, and they are using Polygon blockchain for this. Polygon-based NFTs. In addition, users also get Odyssey points. So you are collecting, it's a kind of cashback, but you get in NFTs. Okay. This is going to be epic, already earning. Starbucks Odyssey is an experience surrounded by a digital community where members can come together, interact, and share their love of coffee. Starbucks is using meaningful elements of Web3 technology to reward members in innovative ways. So this is how it is. And Adam and I had been sort of deep in NFTs and digital collectibles since early January. Next generation loyalty platform aimed at building a brand and relationships between customers and Starbucks. Web2 brands are awakening into the opportunity for a clear use case of the blockchain, and it exists in the form of next generation loyalty. We have a word for that. We call it experiential loyalty. Particularly younger customers are looking for ways to engage with the favorite brands, get to be acknowledged and delighted digitally. So guys, that's it. Let's go and check out my Twitter feed. I shared different interesting stuff here. So the DeFi is just a dot on this asset. Trust minimized applications in hundreds of trillions, and also about blockchain and smart contracts. Check out from Chainlink, and Chainlink staking has been started and feel 100%. Give a like and share. A realistic Bitcoin target going forward in this logarithmic regression curve. So this is a logarithmic regression curve, and we are at the bottom of the lower trend line. Fed reserve this week, Wednesday, that will be a huge day, and market moving, volatility expected. According to Charles Hoskinson, the XRP Ripple lawsuit could be over on December 15th. Check out this, and that would be beneficial for XRP. Fiat money trying to make people slavery through inflation and CBDC expiry. So guys, in China, China reveals digital yuan with expiry date where people are forced to spend and not allowed to save. This is insane. So be aware and buy more Bitcoin. Bitcoin is superior to gold in every way. Check out this from Stansberry Research, and also Bitcoin is the best performing asset in 10 years. And this is a great thread about Ethereum scaling solutions, and this is that must read from CZ and SBF about SBF and Kevin O'Leary. SBF made not just FTX going into bankruptcy, but he caused Terra Luna UST collapse because they started to short a UST, and that was the reason of the depacking. Be cautious, never too late to enter crypto. We are still early. Well said. Yes. And also the crypto.com audit and peer-to-peer trading and the decentralized finance is getting more adoption, and this is a nice chart here. So guys, that's it. Let's go and check out our farms. Go to Uniswap and PancakeSwap, provide some liquidity and lock up your LPs and earn a juicy APRs. So this is one of the main development that we are working on, and also we are working on some NFT stuff. So definitely follow what Laserpunk Gods is doing. So in my bio you find Also follow Corion platform and also follow laserpunk_gods, our NFT launchpad that we are working on, and CorionX will have a utility there. So guys, that was a nice trade on ApeCoin, and almost we reached yeah, so we almost reached 10%. Guys, that's huge. So guys, also check out what Bitcoin is doing. So Bitcoin is slightly up, but trying to break 17,000 and also breaking out from here. So good to see this breakout. Yes, we are in the trade. So guys, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something. Smash those like, push the bell notification, or see you in the next video.